Andrea Thorson is a Dean of Instruction at Bakersfield College. She has been a professor of communication for 10 years with published books and articles about public speaking, interpersonal communication, rhetoric and argumentation, small group communication, feminist theory, constitutional law, and more. She is an advocate for women with a special focus in intersexuality, prejudice, and disability discrimination. Please welcome with me, Andrea.
Thank you. Women have endured centuries of inequality. We have had to fight for the right to speak openly in public, as I do so freely today, and as so many women so beautifully spoke. We've had to fight for the right to live free of male ownership and for the right to have our own land and money. We've had to fight for the right to vote, the right to an education, the right to not be raped by our husbands. The list goes on and on. But the one thing that stays the same is that we have always had to fight. And we will continue to fight. Nothing has ever been handed to women. We have worked hard for every tiny piece of equality we have earned. We have earned it, fought for it, lost jobs, families, friends, careers for it. We have been beaten for it, and some of us have been killed for it. Today you took a stand and a walk for equality yet again. You used your hearts, bodies, and words to once again say, we deserve more. We deserve more than being grabbed when we walk by a man at work. We deserve more than being paid less for the same work. We deserve more than being scoffed at and ignored for reporting our attackers and harassers. We deserve more than being told our voices are not as important and our bodies are not as capable. We deserve more than the fact that the perpetrators of sexual violence are less likely to go to jail and prison than other criminals. We deserve more than risking our careers when we speak up. We deserve more than the fact that 80% of domestic victims struggling with chronic, untreated health conditions aren't getting any adequate care because of our crappy system. We deserve more than being told we need to consider our abusers when we openly report. We deserve more than the color of our skin determining how much abuse we will endure. We deserve more than being told enough is enough, stop complaining. We deserve more than the fact that domestic violence disproportionately impacts the long-term health of women of color. We deserve more than the barriers that make it nearly impossible for women of color to get support after they're abused. We deserve more than the knowledge that we are more likely to be abused, raped, and killed by our partners and our male family members than anyone else. We deserve more than being discriminated against for having children or not having them. We deserve more than being told our worth is only found through sexual purity and submissiveness. And we deserve more than the statistics that represent our reality. But what are those statistics? In a 2014 study from the Department of Psychology at North Dakota State University, it was found that almost a third of men say they'd force a woman to have sexual intercourse if they knew there would be no consequence. A third of the men in our country would rape if they knew there was no consequence. Lucky for them, we give them a system that has provided just that. According to RAINN.org in 2017, using statistics from the Department of Justice and the FBI from 2015 and other sources, we now know that out of every 1,000 rapes in the United States of America, 994 perpetrators will walk free. We know that out of every 1,000 rapes in the United States of America, 57 will result in an arrest, and only 11 cases will get referred to a prosecutor. And we know that in the United States of America, out of every 1,000 rapes, only 6 rapists will ever be incarcerated. This is unacceptable. Clearly, we don't just need people to speak up. We need people to listen. We need people and a system that hears and honors all voices and realities equitably. Women die in different ways in America today. While our bodies may survive assaults, a part of our spirit rarely does. And why? Why does it hurt for so long? Because our society insists that we suffer indefinitely by shaming and punishing us in immeasurable ways. Women, I ask you to not give up. Great progress is not easily won. In the face of those who tell us enough is enough, do not weaken. Do not step back. Do not sit down, shut up, and do as you are told by the patriarchal oppressive machine that has dominated us for way too long. Continue to report. Continue to tell your stories, to out those who took your life so easily and freely without fear of repercussion. Continue to support others as they come forward and continue to fight for real equality. On January 19th, 2018, Ali Reisman, one of the 140 females who have reported sexual abuse at the hands of their Olympic doctor, said this, quote, "If just one adult had believed the accusers and had the courage and character to act, this tragedy would have never occurred." End quote. We must all have the courage and character to speak, to listen, to act, and to demand more from our people, our system, and our culture. The butterfly effect tells us that one small change in a condition, like the flipping of a single butterfly wing, can lead to a large-scale effect. If one butterfly flapping its wings can cause a hurricane 1,000 miles away, think about the power if all the butterflies did it together. When we act together, we can create the chaos that we need to promote change. Today, women and our much appreciated allies, thank you. We stand together to send a message, and we stand here to be seen and to be heard. Together, we have declared that we deserve more. We deserve more, and time is up. Do you want more?
Yes.
Me too.
So I had a vision, and it came true today, but I have to apologize for something. In my head, it's always been over at 3:30, and I finally read the thing that said 3. I'm like, oh. So I'm sorry I didn't get really clear about that on my vision, but it is 3:30. You have heard the last speaker. You have heard the last song. I am so excited about looking forward to seeing you next year on the fourth Saturday of January. Go vote, and take 12 people with